So this is my video on inbox zero methodology. I learned this at a lunch and learn a couple of months ago. Really have enjoyed it ever since, but found when I was trying to set it up, there wasn't a lot of simple YouTube videos that show you how to set it up. It's a very, very simple method, and there's no need to really overcomplicate it. There's a couple of main rules with it. And if you can follow those, then what it does is it allows you to take charge of your inbox as opposed to your inbox kind of running your day. My guess is that since I've started doing this, I've shaved about 5 hours a week off of just dealing with emails and being a little bit more intelligent about when and how I deal with them. I've helped a lot of people set this up on their own, and typically a lot of people will say, well, that won't work for me because of what I do for work, or you need to adjust it a little bit for what you're doing and what kind of timelines you're running. But for the vast majority of people, I'm yet to find someone that this doesn't work for. So the basic rules behind it are if it takes less than 2 minutes to deal with, just get it done right now. A lot of us will mark it as unread and come back to it, or just try to deal with it later. But if it takes less than 2 minutes, get it off your plate. And that goes back to that GTD thought and being able to just know that it's done, it's off, and you're not thinking about it ever again. The next piece is creating your folders. So there's 4 folders that go with Inbox Zero: Archive, Action 1, 2, and 3. And you can name and do as you please on these. Archive I name with 2 A's, and I set up my own archive folder different than the regular archive folder because sometimes an archive folder in an inbox will actually flush or delete itself or clear emails after a certain time. So this just allows me to keep it, and I use it as a catch-all for everything that I'm done with, and then I can always go back and search it. And that's kind of one of the main tenets with Inbox Zero is you don't need to file things because rarely are you ever looking in your files, you're searching for them. So your archive folder, Action 1, this is my today folder. This is all the things that require my attention and I need to get them done today. Action 2 I use as this week. And then Action 3 I've got set up as kind of a placeholder where I need to go and reference things, or I'll use this for plane tickets, things like that, so that I just have it. And then once it's done, then I'll go and clear that out into my archive folder. So you start out in your inbox, go through, decide what you want to do. I'm using Newton Mail. This is just a really clean client, gives you a lot of features. You can snooze emails and track emails and things like that. But I find it just to be a really nice client. But you can go in, open up your emails, and see this is a news digest that I get. I'm not really in the mood of reading it. I'll get another one later, so I'll go and put those into my archive folders. You can see from the main screen is where I'll do this one, but you can see kind of the emails as they come in. Not super interested in reading this right now, so I'll put it in my archive folder. This is an event. Definitely want to come back and learn more, but try not to read any newsletters or anything while I'm working, so I'll put that in my Action 2. So that's the urgent, or not urgent, but it's important that I go back to it. So here I've got my gas bill. I need to make sure that I pay that. Probably best to do that today before I forget. A ticket for an event coming up, so I want to put that over in my my kind of reference folder. And then a project that I backed, again, that'll go in my reference folder. And then I need to renew my membership. So probably best not to put that off too long. So before you know it, you can see now I'm down to an inbox zero. I don't have any emails that I'm going to miss. I don't have anything. I know where it is. And then I go back several times through the day and I decide whatever frequency works for you. But for me, it's typically once in the morning, once midday, and then once right before the end of the day. And I make sure that my inbox is, any of my today folder is emptied.